Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So EHG just announced the result of their polls and a lot more details on what's going on in the next cycle refresh. So let's give it a look at it together. So I'll just go ahead and say to you guys that the server will be refreshed. Most players voted for the refresh. So with the refresh, we're gonna have the Imperial Uprising event, and this event will consist on killing a lot of skeletons and a lot of killing a lot of skeletons and getting a lot of favor gain, increased favor gain, increased reputation buff, gold drop rate, random unique rate drop rate. So basically, we're getting a restart with an easier restart. So we'll be able to gather and farm our stuff faster and get back on our feet faster with this restart. As as they already said, the next cycle is gonna come only on the first quarter of 2025. So January 2025, ahead of that, not before that. So probably February. I don't know, around that. Okay. So this is the buffs we'll get, the modifiers of the event that we'll get. The details on the event is basically that we'll be killing a lot of skeletons, okay? So we're gonna go on normal monos. There are gonna be the monsters on those monos as always, and there's gonna be the normal monsters plus the Imperial forces. So there's gonna be a lot of monsters on the monos, okay? And these Imperial forces will consist of undead spawning loyalist packs of undead loyalists, okay? This pact will have a rare leader and a group of magic followers. They are trying to give the idea that these monsters will not be so weak, saying such thing as loyalist undead modifiers may include throwing acid traps when using an ability or teleporting near the player when engaged. So they might pose some challenge to us, which is very nice. And the leaders of the pack may have mod effects much stronger than their followers. So that's cool. The loot lizards. I mean the gold goblins. No, they're loot lizards. Yeah, it's original and new. So we all know what this is. This is gold goblins, but lizards. So there's gonna exist these overburdened lizards, property of the Barnacle King, that drops items and escape at 0 health. Apparently, there are 5 types of lizards with different loot pools that we can find, and there's a shrine that new shrine that when we activate, uh, spawn 5 lizards, and we can get them all if you're fast enough or good enough. Anyways, if your build allows it, which is nice. But that's it, guys. Loot lizard. That's it. So, Imperial with the Imperial Uprising, there are 28 new shrines. A lot of these new shrines will consist on skills such as Hammer Throw, Chaos Bolts, Warpath, Shadow Cascade, or Flame Reeve. In the video here, there are some examples of how they might work. And if, for example, my Paladin is using Warpath, the Warpath that I get from the shrine will benefit from my skill tree. That's very nice. That's something different to work around. And there's a powerful, all-powerful new Rainbow Shrine, which is this part, right? Come on, it's gonna show. No, 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 no. Here, that one. So I don't know what that does, but I'm imagining something like Mario Star that makes us invincible or very, very strong and shit. And that's it. Stash tab priority. I love this. I love to keep my stash organized, and they've made a system that will prioritize what we want in the stash. So to sum it up for on the stash. So to sum it up for you guys, we'll get this window here. And on this tab, I wrote its name, a category, and I'm say one-handed sword. So this tab is for one-handed unique swords, okay? And the tab priority, he chose 6 types of unique sword he wants. Rarity unique, and you can put legendary potential, level requirement, weaver's will, item faction, and whatever you want. So when you select the item on your inventory with the stash tab open, you can shift, select, and it'll go automatically into this tab. You don't have to be in that window. So that's a very good way to stash stuff. They kind of use the loot filter for idea for that one, which is awesome. So you choose, so you organize it, you program the stash, and you don't have to keep choosing tabs to keep your stuff or keeping everything there, and just using the search feature, with the search feature, which could also benefit from this. Like, I want to find a one-handed sword, only unique one-handed swords. One-handed, sorry, for example, in ethics, I want one-handed swords with increased melee attack speed. Then I write melee attack speed, increase melee attack speed, and put swords there, because right now as it is, I put melee attack speed and he'll just show me a lot of types of weapons. So the stash tab could also benefit from this onto the search features, and I can also color it. So this is very cool. This is a very cool quality of life addition, in my opinion. Bazaar improvements. So they've made improvements to the UI of the bazaar, which is nice, and a new affix and subtype selection. I love this. When you're searching for your exalted, sometimes you want, this is a perfect example. Oh, I want throwing damage, but I want throwing attack speed as well. So I can put throwing damage on 7 and throwing attack speed on 5, for example. And I'll only find items with those, because as of now, we can search 2 affixes, but they both will have the tier together, so we can only search throwing damage and attack speed on 5, or both on 6, or both for 7. So in here, we can find throwing damage at 7 and critical chance at 6. Another great addition. Cycle refresh poll result. If you're against a cycle refresh, what will be the... So here's the result. 76.6 players of the players voted yes, and 23.4 voted no. And that's it. We're getting a refresh. Most players that voted no said that we have no detractors in favor of cycle refresh. That's what I thought, specifically. I'm not a huge fan of refreshes or cycles, but I get why they do it. A lot of people like it. But for me, just reset the economy. You don't have to reset the whole thing. And COF, I have nothing to do with the gold dupe. And that's it. But I'll respect the opinion of majority. I really respect EHD for going after the community and asking what is on our minds. And that's it. That's what you guys voted. That's all of our votes. We're getting a refresh. They're messy. It's gonna come. The Steam Deck updates. I don't care about that. Makes no difference to me. And that's closing. Whether there are gonna be more patch details on September 17th, and they hope to see us and this fight against the Immoral Emperor September 19th, which is the day that it'll start. So the next 7 days will be for us to play. It's next Thursday. So the next 7 days, 6 days will be before the refresh. After that, all your characters will go on Legacy. I'm gonna take my Paladin to go as far as I can. and it'll be the next build guide I'm gonna show. Then I'm gonna restart with my Spellblade and start farming stuff with him and see how these new features will happen and go and come. And that's it. But I think overall it's gonna be a very nice event. I don't know about the player counts. I don't know if many players are happy about this or are hyped about this. Like, it's not a lot of new content. It might bring some new people, but not much. But let's see what's gonna happen. And that's it, guys. This is Fbel, Fable, Fbel, whatever you want to call me. It's Fbel. And I'll see you guys later.